Call to order the public hearing of April 8th, 2026 to order.
Councilman Haddix? Councilman Bounds?
Present.
Councilman Dennis?
Present.
Councilwoman Faison?
Present.
Councilman Ogle? Mayor Pelot?
Present. The first thing on the agenda tonight is a public hearing, an ordinance by the town council. Ms. Deidre, would you please read that?
An ordinance of the Town Council of the Town of Madisonville amending Chapter 36 Zoning and Subdivision Regulations, Article 3, Zoning, Division Zoning Districts, Sections 36 through 87, 36 through 97, and adding 36 through 98, 99, and 100. And Article 7, Short-Term Rentals, Sections 36-181.1, 183.4, and 184, for the purposes of clarifying certain sections regarding signage, adding consistency and clarity between Article 3 and Article 7, further strengthening the constitutionality of certain provisions, and to provide for related matters.
Council, just to bring your attention to just the changes that was mentioned to you at last month's meeting. The only change would be found on page 2. Page 2, if you look at under E, section E, and the first section where it says temporary signs, miscellaneous was number E underneath that first section. It's been moved to number 3 so that it included all signs, and that's the only change on that page. And on the top of the next page, it was brought to our attention that parking, the minimum of 8 foot wide and 19 foot wide long on parking should have been included in that section. So that's the only changes to that introduction. And any discussion on the ordinance? I hear no discussion, so I'll ask for a motion to adjourn the public hearing.
Motion.
Motion by Councilwoman Faison, second by Councilman Dennis. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you very much. Now I'll call to order the regular town council meeting of March 11th, 2026 to order.
Councilman Haddock?
Present.
Councilman Bounds?
Present.
Councilman Dennis?
Present.
Councilwoman Faison?
Present.
Councilman Ogle? Mayor Pelot?
Present. I said March. I think it should have been April. I'm sorry. April the 8th, 2026 meeting. Now, would you please silence your phone, stand for the invocation by Councilman Dennis and the pledge by Councilman Haddix.
Heavenly Father, we humbly ask for your wisdom, strength, and clarity during our decision-making tonight. Please continue to watch over our residents and employees and visitors of our town. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, Council, you have your minutes of the council meeting March 25th and the public committee meeting of March 25th, the public committee meeting, and March 11th, the council meeting. Are there any changes, corrections, or additions to those minutes? Hearing none, those are approved. You also received the February 2026 financial reports. Any changes, corrections, or additions? Hearing none, those are approved. Next thing on the agenda is public comment period. Members of the audience will have 3 minutes to make a statement or express a concern at the outset of the meeting. Is anyone here to address the council? No one? We'll move forward. First thing underneath there that is scheduled is the Jafota Gumbo Cook-Off. The two people that I'll recognize, and I'll let them go, Keith Jenkins and also Iris Vacante. And Keith, however you want to start the program off, you got the floor. And if you talk loud, you'll be good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Okay, this is going to be short and sweet. I moved here 24 years ago and have been inspired by this lady since I came to this area for all her work that she has done in the past with the crew of Jafota, the museum, the Madisonville Historic Museum, and the Madisonville Cemetery. When the Gumbo Committee got together and started planning our event, we decided that the beneficiary for the proceeds would go to the Madisonville Historic Museum. And we would like to present to you on behalf of the Gumbo Committee and the Keep Madisonville Beautiful Committee a check for.
Anyway, yeah, this is a vintage forum that kind of help out, being here, native here from Madisonville. It was really good to bring us back to the riverfront, get the people out there. And when they said, for you, I did call you personally, for stuff that you're looking for. That was for, you looking for some stuff like.
Well, for displays, new mannequins, some new blinds.
That have been changed since like.
Historic markers.
Yeah, it's all up there. So as we get over here, you need some good stuff there. This is going to go in years and years after we're going there. So other than that, it was great. Looking forward to next year doing another one. And all that going up here. So with that said, with everybody, the Dale, all of this, there's a lot of us. We did it in 7 weeks to put this together, and I wasn't expecting that many people there. Something close to 1,200.
Well, we have 34 somewhere.
And the most ever had is 400 sales before over the years. So that in 7 weeks there, a great time. So I think we're gonna make it good. We've talked there's lots of things here, but this might help. 9,000.
That's so sweet. I want to thank all of you guys for everything that you've done. Keith, it was amazing, even though he was just, days away from a heart surgery. He's running around like a chicken without his head. Sorry about the chicken reference or rooster reference. But he was incredible. And I kept saying, Keith, let me help. No, you sit down. And so, but it was unbelievable how many people showed up. And he was saying at first, we'll probably raise a couple of thousand for the museum. And then later on, he said, Iris, I think it might be about 5,000. He said, we've got a lot of people. And then, no, absolutely not. This is such a blessing.
This is the real check.
Oh,
You can't cash this one.
right.
takes a lot. Like I said, in 7 weeks, I think we did pretty good. Because I went to one the week after, I went to Madisonville for golf, and I had like 10 teams with nothing. I've been doing it for years, so I'm very impressed that we put up. And again, Barney, thank you, the police, last minute things, we all wound up blocking the road here, but other than that here, it was kids, great thing for the kids and all. So, it's our town, Madisonville, I love, and anything I can do for everybody else here too. And also for fun.
And we want to thank you for all you do for the town.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Don't y'all leave yet. I just want, I got something to read, and certainly everybody up here that's in front of me here did a tremendous job putting this on. And it was exciting. It was so much fun to be a spectator and to be there. I don't think I've lost the weight since, but I ate so much gumbo. But, this committee also want to do something to recognize Keith. A certificate of appreciation and grateful recognition of your continued service and support, we hereby present Keith Jenkins with the certificate of appreciation. And this is your group. Keith did an outstanding job. He knew practically all of the people who he recruited.
I get a little emotional. It's just,
And he got the monster trucks.
but it can be done. Like I said, if no one steps up to get this back, that's all we need. The younger generation, and that's what we're trying to get them to come up. And that's what we're doing. I was there when the big oak tree fell, 24 of us, and my GoPro cut off, and she fell real soon too. And I was there for the planning for the new one. So I got history to bring my son, albeit, but other than that here, thank y'all so much.
Yes, you're welcome.
And let's keep on bringing some more stuff to this town.
Thank y'all.
Thank all of y'all. Thank you. I think I gotta go, I gotta get back and get ready.
Take care.
Take care of yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Next thing on the agenda, I'm going to bring up two other people here that are very important to our town and who's doing so much for our town. Bridget Glassman and Daniel Munn, and they're going to talk about, I'll let them introduce and talk about what we're about to unveil.
So Keith wants a younger generation, so look what we got. We got a 30-year-old and a 40-year-old, so we're coming for you, Keith. We're ready.
I love that he just said that because I'm almost 50.
But she acts 30. She's got the maturity level of a 30-year-old, so that's why I say she's 30. But we are excited. We are coming to you guys on behalf of the Madisonville Art Guild, newly formed 501c3, so that's exciting. And we are going to be putting on a really great event coming up, you guys. So we love all you to attend. I know my beautiful people in the back here, Miss Marilyn and Dale and Baby Cakes, and everyone's going to be there. So we have a Madisonville Evening of Art coming up. So did anyone notice the statue in the front of Town Hall? Do you love it? Can we get a round of applause for our beautiful statue, ladies and gentlemen? Let's get excited. Let's get some energy in here. So Bridget and I worked very hard to get that statue. We were planning for about 3 months, and initially it said, we're not giving it to Madisonville. We're going to keep all the statues in Covington. And Mayor Jean and I said, over my dead body, we're getting that statue. So we fought for it. We went through customs from Italy and everything. We got this thing. And so, Jean, I know you and I discussed this. It's going to be hard to get that thing back. So, Kyle, we're going to put up a fight. April 2027. If they try to take that thing back, we're going to keep it.
It looks like it belongs.
We're using that statue as a leap to really bring arts back to Madisonville. So, Bridget, can you tell us a little bit about the Madisonville Arts Guild and some more about the event happening on April 17th?
So, I don't like
Yeah, you need to. So it's recorded.
So on the 17th, we're going to have about 10 to a dozen local artists here displaying their work, talking about why public art means so much to this town and why bringing it here is good for all of us. And we will have some snacks and some wine. And enjoyed the new statue and the unveiling, and I think it's a really good start for the Art Guild, which is going to try to bring art back to the forefront of our community, maybe doing public classes in the community center and bringing back maybe an art market and a lot more exciting things that we can do and that the community is really excited for, I think.
We're all really excited. So our next meeting, so mark this down, is going to be Tuesday, the 14th of April at 6 p.m. Everyone's invited, and we're going to talk about the art market, also talking about the mural. So if you guys knew, Visit the North Shore St. Tammany Parish Tourism has given us a grant to do a mural. So we are going to be picking a location, an artist, and the content. So this is your chance to have a say. And if you don't say anything, and Kristen Faison, I'm about to put a mural up that no one's going to like. So you better come to that meeting on the 14th at 6 o'clock. So it's going to be really cool. We're going to have some really good art things going on in the town. This is just the beginning. So we plan on maybe the concession stand at the Pine Street Baseball Park and doing some other murals and around town. And Jean has really spearheaded this. It's been really exciting for you to bring back the arts market. I know that you were really excited about the Artists Guild. And so our brilliant mayor has decided that we're going to be in charge of that. So I don't know what you thought you were getting, Jean, but it's going to be fun.
It's, it'll be interesting.
That meeting's here.
That meeting's going to be in the conference room at 6 o'clock. Yes, sir. Right across. And they're really comfortable chairs. So thank you, Kristen and Brad and Tim for those really nice chairs. I appreciate it. Keith, those are really comfortable. So we love meeting in that conference room. It's really nice. But I'll tell you one thing is with the mural, so we are given a short time frame to do it because summer's coming up. So we are going to be selecting an artist and a location very soon, and then the content next. So this will be maybe your last chance to get a say in on some of those selections. Do you have anything about the mural at all?
No, that we're mostly thinking, obviously, Madisonville.
Yeah.
You know, whether it be
The
the
Red Boat
lighthouse,
Festival.
a wooden boat,
rooster,
the
maybe?
rooster, all things that make us smile when we think of our hometown.
Yeah.
So but again, I leave the art to the artists. So hopefully they can come.
I like to say, if Deidre's happy, I'm happy. So that's what I like to say. So thank you, guys. And do you have any questions?
Yeah, the location hasn't been chosen yet.
That's part of the selection committee. So Tuesday, April 14th, Kristen,
In the calendar.
6 o'clock. It's in your calendar. We're going to help select. We do have a general idea. There's a couple of spots. And it just needs to be available now. We need to, there's a couple of criteria, so we'll talk about it on the 14th. I don't want to bore you all to death. I know Tim is already going to sleep over there, so I'm going to get off the microphone. Thanks, you guys. We're excited. We'll see you on the 14th at 6 o'clock.
Thank you.
Oh, and we do have a special guest. We have Camden James Munn over here. He came all the way from Madisonville to come say hi, so he's very shy. That is not my child. Okay, bye.
Okay, we made it through that.
We also
Moving into old business, first thing on old business is the water system, and we have two different people here. The first thing is Owen and White, and really what I attached in your packets, Council, is the answers that I received from the two questions that you asked me to forward. I just got that back. If you look at the packet, I got it back Tuesday, so it wasn't in time really to put it in your packet when it was mailed out to begin with. But the answers to those questions and also the offer to do more work if you choose to do more work after you review these questions. So I passed that on to you, copied it just so that you would have that. Please research it, and I'm sure this will be on the agenda for the committee meeting, and it'll be something that we'll continue to talk about, unless you have questions now. Hearing none, we'll move on. I have a guest, Bianca is here to speak for Fruit Tablata. I always have a tough time forgetting that it's no longer the old name. I don't want to get you in trouble with saying the old name, so. As she gives a presentation, I just want to make you aware, and I want to pass something out. It's the budget's not on the agenda, and it's intentionally not on the agenda because it wasn't finished until today, and it wasn't going to be handed out until next week in anticipation of the committee meeting. But I tried to finish it today and so that you could have a reference as to what is the commitment in the budget for the things that Bianca's going to speak about. And that is, we had conversations last month and for the last few months about a commitment and trying to do something to make it obvious that we were serious about the challenges that we had with the water well, with the water system. But I'll just turn it over to you. She's here to present some thought and idea to you.
Thank you, Mayor. A quick update about the SRF loan application that we had put in with the principal forgiveness. So we heard back from them, and the 100% forgiveness allocation had been exhausted. So we're definitely not in the running for the 100%, but we're still in the running for the 49% forgiveness. So that second option is still a possibility. And we requested a meeting with them for next week to discuss more at length as to our chances of getting that 49% forgiveness. But in any event, so as you guys know from the report from Owen & White, that there was basically 4 components, and I can pass this out.
Thank you, ma'am.
So on page, let's see. Page 3, it basically breaks out 4 phases. So what we discussed, or what was presented at the Owen & White report, was that there was 4 different components of a potential improvement, and that's what the SRF application got submitted on. So what we did was we put together this package for if you guys wanted to start with the actual design, the full-out design of these components. And the way it's worded is each phase can be independent, and y'all can give notice to proceed in the phases as funding gets approved or secured or what have you. So this would be a way for the town to get started on some of the design and getting permits for the well and those sort of things. If phase 1 is what you guys wanted to go through with at first, but this gives the ability of the project to get started to being plans and specs being accomplished for each of the phases.
Any questions about what was just said as far as what could be done if the council is interested in moving forward?
I'm looking at the difference between B and C, and one is for engineering design services, and the other one is construction administration
That's once you
services.
move into construction for inspection.
Okay, so
and-
that would be prior to us actually putting a shovel in the ground.
Right, but that wouldn't be needed until then either.
Right,
Yeah.
okay, so we would need to do B before C could occur. It's not like it's either or, it's just,
Oh, correct, B needs to happen, yes.
Okay, thank
yes.
you.
It's just phased out to where you could move through the steps at the pace at which the funding got secured.
So the obligation, there's no financial obligation until the funding is approved?
Correct,
Okay. And that, when I say approved by the council?
correct.
Okay.
Wait, restate that.
There's no obligation other than awarding the design and engineering. There's no financial obligation until the money is approved. Until we get the loan, until we approve, and I'll discuss the budget in just a second, but what she's saying is all we're doing is committing the work at this point.
If we get the money. So if we move forward with A and phase one of B, that's $165,000, you gonna start that if we don't get funding, you just gonna eat it?
No, she's not going to start anything until you, I don't want to answer it for her, but no.
You would give us notice to proceed for each phase as you would want to move down the phases. So if you want to start with the water well, and the mayor's going to present the budget, but, and if you want to move forward with the well, we could just design the well, and then you would not move into the elevated water tower until the funding for that got accomplished.
Yeah, based on timing, yeah, we would never.
Correct. Yeah.
Until we have the money.
Correct.
But to get a head, if we wanted to get a head start, we would need to file the minimum approved A and B phase one.
Yeah, and A is required for the loan. If you get the loan, that's the first document they need.
All right, so we're looking at $165,000 benefit just to get the inclusion now, right?
Yes,
Right, it would make no sense to do the other ones because they can't happen anyway until A is.
the funding, yeah,
I mean, until phase one is up and running.
Yes.
Together in the tank.
yes.
And the timeline of that's so extensive, we can get those approved later, accomplished before the well's done.
Correct.
What is the resident inspection? What is that?
It's for someone to be on site observing the contractor. But that's for all the phases, and it's just as needed.
And it's been on all of our jobs. When we-
That dollar amount is lump sum on 1, 2, 3.
Not to exceed, yeah.
So if we,
If no other questions, I want to bring your attention to the budget. And if you look at the supporting part of it, which is the smaller pages, if you'll go to the water fund, if you'll go into the water fund and go to the second page, I just want to bring your attention to, in the proposed budget, now this is a proposed budget that you've seen for the first time, in the proposed budget and capital improvements, you'll see water system and you see $3 million in the green section for next year's budget. That's $3 million from surplus income, and you see $3 million in surplus expense. So from surplus monies, I'm recommending that we approve the budget with $3 million in there for us to move forward on the water system.
And that comes from the utility surplus, correct?
From surplus funds, yes. That's why it's listed in the capital improvement section. You see also in that water section, you see right below it, capital outlay, the request for the water system of $7.4 million. And that's from the capital outlay, whether we get it or not. You also see the piping, the replacing the piping for $500,000 in the capital outlays. Those are requested monies. And in the grant, there's also a $25,000 request in the grant for water enrichment. So all of that's in the budget for next year. It's not approved, but if the budget was approved, the monies to move forward with any one of the phases that you choose is going to be there. So that's the only reason. There's no reason that the budget is not on the agenda. It's not going to be discussed tonight. I just wanted it to give y'all a reference to the the budget that's being proposed to you.
I want to say our total estimate was about $9 million for the project. So if we receive the 49% forgiveness, and then we take $3 million from surplus, that will leave us about almost $1.6 million. Is that correct? To come up with?
Yes. Correct.
Okay, I'm assuming either raising rates or from our general budget or,
But that would be.
or loan, yes.
Loan.
Yeah,
That's the loan that we're
right.
meeting on.
Or the remaining loan amount. And but that would affect the monthly bills, correct?
The loan?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I think, am I correct there?
I think that's
That's-
part of the discussion with SRF.
That's part of the clarification that we're going to get.
Okay.
As to how the repayment terms would happen. Yeah.
Thank you.
And correct me if I'm wrong, I think those, as far as servicing the debt, it depends upon whether we accept a 20-year loan or a 30-year loan in regards to those funds?
That's correct, but sometimes they limit you to the 20-year depending on the longevity of some of the items. So that's also part of it. So I think the calculations were based on 20 years just to be conservative. But naturally, if you were able to go to the 30 years, your note would be lower.
Right, thank you. And I would go so far as to say, my opinion tonight, I would put it to Forte and Tablada to do the design for the well. You know our town's water system better than anybody. We've got history with you guys for many years, so I feel safe thinking we'd go with you guys. It's my opinion only.
Is that a motion to move forward? I'm not sure what that was.
It's a motion to move forward.
And would you state your motion?
I'd like to make a motion to move forward with Forte and Tablada to do the work for designing the well, and all services in regards to the engineering as well.
For the well.
For the well.
Second.
The motion by Councilman Dennis.
Items, we're approving A and B phase one,
Correct.
right, so $165,300. Right, so we're clear.
So this motion is to actually begin the work, not just approve that they are the ones that will do the work.
I would go so far as to say, let's get it going. Let's do the
That's the
work.
whole intent of this, right? So let them start the design process, the permitting process now.
Yes.
Yeah, that was it. Is that correct? Bingo.
If it's y'all's pleasure.
That's why I asked for him to state his motion. If you want to amend the motion, you want to change it, or if you want to, how do you want to move forward? You're making the motion to.
We can amend the motion to include, go ahead and getting started with phase one for the water well, and what was the other one, Tim?
The lump sum with system improvement plans, and item B, phase one water well for $1,400.
Are you clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
So the motion was made by Councilman Dennis, second by Councilwoman Faison. Why don't you take a roll call vote on that?
Councilman Dennis?
Yes.
Councilman Haddocks? Councilwoman Faison?
Yes.
Councilman Bounds?
Yes.
Motion passed. While you're here, and y'all are together, so I'm going to ask Mr. Joe to come up. He's got some items that he needs to cover, and then you all can,
Sure.
he can get out of here early tonight instead of late.
Okay, I gave everybody a copy of the, summary for the month, and if, let's see, on the wastewater treatment plant collection system, that's the point repairs, we have a pay request number 4 that we're recommending payment on.
But for how much?
I have it, Mr. Chairman.
And also, when we're talking about that, the smoke testing was done actually today.
Correct.
Is that correct? And it seemed like with only 3 leaks found, that's an excellent outcome, I would think. Am I right?
Yeah.
I mean, 2 of them, it seemed like it was something that might have been hit by a lawnmower. Yeah, so absolutely, looks like the system and all the point repairs and everything has really, really went well.
Correct.
Okay, that amount is $262,568.60.
So that's that's for the point repairs, and that's a motion to, what number is that? Number 4? I need a motion on that.
Motion to pay.
Second?
Motion by Councilwoman Faison, second by Councilman Dennis. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Passed.
Okay, if we go on to the next page, of course, the legislature's in session, and hopefully we get some money out of them through the capital outlay. If you go down to the town park improvements, we're waiting on approval for the repairs to the restroom and some other items on the town park improvements. But waiting for land and water conservation folks to let us know about that. If you go to the other page, we have estimate number 3 that we're recommending. And we would like for you to go ahead and approve that, and we will not pay the contractor until we get a clear lien from them. Okay.
That's for what contract?
That is for the sidewalks, USDA.
On Water Street.
The Water Street, yeah. Yeah, that's the,
And that amount is $3,463.11.
that was just a retainage, wasn't it? Yeah,
That's right, but we got to get the clear lien
I
before
got you.
we can
Yeah.
pay it.
yeah, I agree. So there's a request for us to approve that. Would someone make a motion? Motion by Councilman Haddix, second.
Second.
By Councilman Dennis, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you very much.
Okay, the Pine Oak Estates gas main replacement, we had a pre-construction on that this afternoon, and the contractor will be getting underway on that. And that's it.
Well, just an update, I was on the phone this evening, or actually this morning, with Senator Wheat, and we spoke about the capital outlay request that we do have in, and certainly, we're still hoping and doing all we can to stay in touch with both our Representative Carver and Senator Wheat, and they're doing a wonderful job for us, so I hope we're able to get some money for these other things that we want to do.
Right.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Any questions for the engineering?
This is kind of jumping around, but I know we're going to discuss the sidewalk stuff, and you want to get out of here, so I'm going to grab you before you leave.
I'm here for the duration.
So Councilman Ogle's not here tonight, and he did ask me to ask about pedestrian crossings, like a pedestrian activated crosswalk. Is that going to be included in that sidewalk?
Not at this time.
You're talking about the new?
Piggly Wiggly.
That's not them.
Oh.
That's not them.
Sorry.
That's a different
Just
engineering
kidding.
firm. Yeah. No, theirs was the work on the riverfront, and certainly we can talk, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to miss you.
Different, I hate to say it in front of them, but it's a different engineering firm.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you all very much.
Okay, thank you.
And congratulations. Okay, next thing on the agenda is in new business. We've got a new business, and the first thing on the agenda is the sign ordinance amendment that we had the public hearing on. Ms. Teacher, please read it again.
An ordinance amending the Code of Ordinances of the Town of Madisonville and, in particular, Chapter 36, Zoning and Subdivision Regulations, Article 3, Zoning, Division 2 Zoning Districts, Sections 36 through 87, through 36 through 97, 98, 99, and 100. And Article 7, short-term rentals, Section 36-181.1, 183.4, and 184, for the purposes of clarifying certain sections regarding signage, adding consistency and clarity between Articles 3 and Article 7, further strengthening the constitutionality of certain provisions and to provide for related matters. Whereas Chapter 36 was previously amended to add short-term rentals, Article 7, Sections 36-181.1, etc., Article 7. Whereas the addition of short-term rentals to Chapter 36 caused possible ambiguous and/or inconsistencies with Chapter 36, Article 3. Whereas in order to make these articles consistent with each other and add clarity and to further buttress the constitutionality of these sections, these articles were amended. Now therefore it be ordained by the Town of Madisonville Council that the Code of Ordinances of the Town, Chapter 36, Article 3, Division 2, Sections 36 through 87 through 36-97 have been amended in part, and Sections 36 through 98, multiple businesses in a single building, Sections 36 through 99, retroactivity, and 36-100, severability, have been added as follows.
Council, the ordinance has been spoken about. We've made changes. It's been discussed for many months. We've had a public hearing on it. At this point, if we want to move forward, I'm going to need a motion to...
Motion.
Motion by
Forward.
Motion by Councilwoman Faison, second by Councilman Haddix. Please roll call vote that.
Councilman Dennis?
Yes.
Councilman Haddix?
Yes.
Councilwoman Faison?
Yes.
Councilman Bounds?
Yes.
Okay, so it's approved. We got that passed finally. Next thing on the agenda, and I apologize to all the people in the audience here, but the next thing on the agenda is a motion. I'll need a motion to go into an executive session to discuss a confidential ethics complaint. And the-
Motion to table that, actually.
No, that's not the same thing. No.
Oh, different, okay, sorry.
It's different. Yeah, so that's not, no, it's a different thing. It's the
Motion to enter into executive session to discuss confidential ethics complaint.
motion by Councilman Dennis, second by Councilman Bounds. All in favor?
Aye.
Brad? Okay. If you'll stay seated, we'll move into the other side. That way you can be comfortable. I won't kick you outside. And we'll be right back.